Welcome to Reddit Reader. LPT, when you have the opportunity to give a guy a genuine compliment, do not hesitate to do so. Not only are compliments fielded at men more rare, but a man can ride the high off a single compliment for years. This post is in no way trying to exclude other genders or even pandering to that now we have to compliment the patriarchy. What a pathetic patriarchal post, blah blah blah. People, I'm just merely pointing out that women receive far more compliments than men. From fashion, to hair, to looks, women grow up receiving more compliments than men. They also grow up with far more judgment too, which is definitely a heavy trade-off, mostly from other women if having 8 sisters has shown me anything. But that's just how it goes, it seems. Knowing this, I found that when I spoke to my male friends about my feelings on the topic, they all unanimously agreed that they too receive very few compliments in general. But when they did, man, do they still think about them even years later. So, to summarize, continue to compliment, genuinely, when you can, but know that men in particular can really get hit in the feels when a sincere one lands. I was the slowest student in college chem lab practicals, often the last to leave the lab, so my professor had to stay present until I was done. I felt bad for having him stay longer, so I apologized for my lacking lab skills, and what he told me has stuck with me to this day, more than a decade later. He said, No, you are very methodical. I like that. That's an essential lab skill. Plus, this is your time. Enjoy it. He managed to basically destroy an insecurity of mine through a compliment. It still makes me feel good to this day. Can confirm, my dad complimented me on my idea when we were doing garden work, and 14 years later, I still think about it. My boyfriend, 37, told me no one has ever complimented the way he looks before me, not even telling him he's cute. He's been in like 6 relationships since he was 18, and not once was he even told he was cute. It makes me so sad. I tell him he's cute and handsome and that I love his face all the time. In 2008, I was severely overworked, depressed, exhausted, and all the other qualities of your average enterprise rent-a-car employee. One day, I'm on a pickup for this guy and his darling 9-year-old daughter. As I'm driving them back to the office, this little girl goes, "You have very kind eyes." 12 years, and I still think about it occasionally. I got a compliment on a purple dress shirt I wore once. It's my go-to every time now, unless it needs ironing. I hate ironing. So don't compliment our clothes unless you mean it, because we'll wear that forever once you do. 100% agree. The sweetest and nicest girl in one of my college classes told me I had a very pretty smile. I still think about it from time to time, and it always puts a smile on my face. Thank you, Mary. Someone complimented my watch at a concert 2 years ago. I talk about it at least once a month. Was awesome. I had a sales girl randomly call me Mr. Nice Smile. I had literally had my adult braces removed a week earlier after having damaged teeth since childhood. That still makes me smile. I was at a big box store asking an employee for directions. The employee gave good directions and I turned to leave him to his duties, only to nearly bowl over a young man behind me. A young man whose eyelashes would be the envy of every man, woman, and child. I couldn't stop myself from gasping as he made a hurried apology, and I couldn't stop myself from saying, "Every girl you meet must absolutely swoon over your eyelashes. They are gorgeous." The blush in his cheeks, coupled with the shock and appreciation in his eyes, paid me back for that compliment. But honestly, I still remember those stunningly magnificent eyelashes. Gentlemen, you have one or more stunning features, and you owe it to yourself to compliment yourself regularly. I rarely receive physical compliments, but you know what? I love my shoulders. Yep, they are shapely and defined. They show my physical and inner strength. They make me feel very capable when I look at them. You owe it to yourself to define your favorite feature, not just physical, but what you want to remember and celebrate about yourself. You deserve to celebrate you. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload.